Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Movie Crank Larry, and today I'll be reviewing for you the Netflix film The King, a historical drama based on the life of Henry V, the King of England in the early 15th century, directed by David McCall, starring Sean Harris, Joel Edgerton, Ben Middleton, and Robert Pattinson. All led by an actor to me, at the time I watched this film, was completely unknown. I had never seen him before, and that's Timothy Chalamet as Henry V, or Hal as he's known throughout this movie, as the reluctant prince who chooses drinking and partying over his birthright as the heir to the throne. A man who is denied the throne by his own father, on which he has many disagreements, only to ascend to the throne as the King of England after his younger brother, who was chosen by his father to lead England, dies in battle. Hal also inherits England's 100 Years' War with France, but chooses peace over conflict, until he is convinced by his council that France is taunting him with odd gifts and have sent a man to assassinate him, leading the young new king to invade France, following the famous story of Henry V's greatest achievement, the Battle of Agincourt. I'm just going to start this review off by saying, going into this film, The King, I was pretty sure I was going to enjoy this one. I am a fan of medieval Renaissance time films and stories. I'm pretty sure that if there's such thing as past lives, I must have lived around this time. And my presumptions were right on the dot, as I really enjoyed this film, more than I originally even thought I would. And that's all due to the performance of Timothy Chalamet, the 24-year-old actor with a super punchable face, which, if I'm being honest, this is the reason why I waited almost a whole week after this movie was released to see it. I just wasn't sure about this guy, but I'll admit, when I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. And here, Chalamet does just that. He doesn't just lead the battle, he leads this movie as the entire plot is built around his character. There are so many ways that this film could have went completely wrong, but it doesn't due to his performance. You see his character grow from an entitled party boy into this man he never wanted to be, a war-hardened king of England. And you see it happen, and it happens slowly, and it unfolds right before your eyes and on the screen. Not just that, it appears while watching this that Chalamet's acting just grows stronger and stronger with every minute of this movie, solely exceeding that of all the veteran actors here involved. Actors like Harris, Edgerton, Middleton, and even Patterson, who also, there's actually 3 of the 4 here that give excellent performances. There is one I felt was a little lacking, which I'm going to get to in a second. But Chalamet here steals every scene he is in. And even though I still can't take away praise enough for performances by Joel Edgerton as Falstaff, the friend and counsel to the king, added not just brutality, but also some heart to this film. Also Sean Harris as William, someone you just don't feel right about. From the beginning of this film, you're just not 100% sure what his character is or what point he's trying to make. I was like, wait, isn't Hal the king? Because to me, it just feels like he's a pawn for William. It's an aspect of the story that will keep you guessing all the way into the final moments, and Harris will never give you any kind of inkling of what William's true motives or final consequences will be. It truly could go any way, and I wouldn't have even thought about it. And these battles here are freaking excellent. From the medieval trebuchets and the fireballs smacking into the castle to the armor worn by the warriors, it's all top notch. And I will say that this movie is rated R. I did notice some small amounts of blood here, which is typical in a war movie with swords and blunt weapons. But I would have typically liked to have seen a little more blood here. It actually does work though, because the main battle takes place in a muddy field as part of a tactic used by the English to gain the upper hand against the much larger French army. But the way in which the Battle of Agincourt was conceived and shot, I really do have to recognize McCall here and the cinematographer Adam Archipel. Here for the work, they just did some really nice shots. My favorite being the overheads of the battle, and you got Edgerton there. It's just a really nice shot. The composer here, too, I can't say enough. Nicholas Britell, also another great job. The locations, the effects team. Another aspect I need to mention before I get into my kind of dislikes. I thought the locations here were ideal, giving the movie that gritty war theme. It just needed it, and it really landed. And the effects with the fireballs, like I said, the scenes traveling across the ocean, all looked practical. Okay, so I gotta get into my dislikes. And just so everyone knows here though, and understands, these are all very minor. I really enjoyed this film, and these are just some of the small things I noticed while watching. First would be Hal's relationship with his father. I would have liked to have seen exactly what caused their feud, and spent a little more time with that, understanding exactly why they butted heads. I would have added maybe 15 minutes to this already 2-hour film, but it's 15 minutes I could easily have sat through to have more understanding besides just the fact that they're politically different and that he viewed his father as a monster. Also, Robert Pattinson's performance here was not his strongest. As a Prince of France, I would say he was just kind of phoning it in, but after seeing the transformation that he did, I'm going to go ahead and say that Pattinson here, I think he was really giving it his all, which I'm not really sure what went wrong there.
You wonder why I have come?
But it's just a small distraction due to his very short-lived role in this movie. So if you're coming in to see Pattinson here, and that's exactly the only reason, save your time. I'm not saying that he's horrible in this movie, but he's just really a cameo part. So my final thoughts here are get on Netflix, check this one out, especially if you like Renaissance war films. Chalamet surprised me. Really, the whole cast here surprised me. Chalamet, he shocked me. Like I said, going in, I just wanted to kind of punch this guy in the face. Leaving, I would say, I will probably now keep track of his career to see where it's going. I mean, this could be the beginning of what looks like a promising future. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say The King is an A-. So I think if you guys can really get past some of those small, mostly ignorable things, you're going to have a lot of fun with this film. I was very pleased. I was glad that I chose to go watch this over seeing Last Christmas. I was really distraught last night because I'm seeing Midway today, and I really had the time and I wanted to do another review for you guys, something that, right at the last minute. And I changed my mind. I was actually going to go see Last Christmas, and I decided to watch this one instead, and I was glad I did. Anyways, thanks everyone for stopping by the Cranks. I hope you all get a chance to go watch this film, and hopefully you like it just as much as I did. But until next time, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to join the Cranks. See ya.